Yeah, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations, and all, as always, to the elect. And all the brothers pushing his work in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother Thamaya from GMS Toronto coming at you with another video. So, today's video, I'm going to be talking about you will own nothing and be happy. All right? The reason why I'm bringing this up is because the current state of the way I see these cities are starting to look. Okay, the so-called inflation, right? People are finding it harder and harder to make ends meet, right? And the fact that this homelessness epidemic, nothing's being done to put an end to it, right? People are strung out on drugs. People are being homeless, and they're satisfied with being homeless, right? They rather just be homeless and not and be around people also. So they don't, like if you really don't want to be around anyone, if you don't want to own anything, you know, what I would, if I was in my right mind, or if I'm a loner or whatever the case may be, and I'm down on my luck, and I don't want to be around people, I don't want to own anything. I'll be up in the woods somewhere, in the bushes, and come down when I need something and go back up. But this is not the case with these people. These people are lagging around where businesses are. Right, they're sleeping on the floor where people in suits and all that stuff is walking over them, walking around them, right, and nothing being done by the so-called government, right, which lead me to believe that this is all a plan by these elites, right? And when you go back to what the people of the elites of the World Economic Forum, which they're saying is you will own nothing and be happy. We're starting to see the first phases of that right now. This is phase one with the homelessness, right? If you watch any movies of the future, this is all you see, right? If you watch that movie Jackpot, they talk about the money crashing, right? And then when you look, and when this girl came to LA, she was sheltered, right? Her and her mom, they only watched, they never watched the news. They only watched movies. They never really watched what was going on in the world. So she came to LA, and it was all homeless people all over the place, right? And then this brother from North Carolina did a video. You will own nothing and be happy. These are the words of the elites. And and it pretty much came to my mind, man. I'm like, holy shit, this is the plan, right? People being homeless and you getting used to it, right? This place, this part of the world never used to be like that. When you have homeless people around in the cities and stuff like that, man, you'll have certain places where there's ghettos and whatnot, right? But apart from that, you didn't really see homeless people that much, just hanging out where people reside and all that stuff. We saw blitzes of it in the 80s, right? When you have the minorities, you Negroes and Latinos strung out on drugs, right? But now you're seeing a whole new level where you're seeing Edomites on drugs. You're seeing Edomites homeless, right? And this is all a part of the elite's plan, to have people homeless and not own anything, right? Being in a building with other people who you don't know, right? Opposed to you having a house and being with your family, right? Or families, Now you're seeing people just crowded up in the buildings, paying a lot of money for a 1-bedroom apartment or 2-bedroom apartments, right? People are paying the same amount of money to rent as you paying for a house, right? So we're seeing these things come to fruition, right? And we're pretty much getting used to it, and in the form of gradualism, right? We're seeing it right now, and we're all being happy with it. Not happy, but we're all being content with it, right? People are complaining a little bit, but for the majority, people mind their own business because they think they really don't want it to happen to them, right? So by them turning the blind eye or closing the eye while the killer's in the room, right? You think it's not going to happen to you, right? You seen those movies where you see girls in the closet or whatever, and then the killer walks into the room, and then they close their eyes, thinking that if they close their eyes, the problem is going to go away, right? That's the same thing that these people are doing, right? They're closing their eyes, turning the blind eye to the problem which is the homelessness, hoping that it won't come to you. But guess what? Everyone's gonna be exposed to that once the money crashes, right? Or once the plan rolls into existence, right? So these elites, they're not playing any games, right? These government officials are not playing any games, right? They have a plan. They have a plan to eliminate majority of the people. They have a plan to make you people homeless and not own anything, right? The companies are gonna own everything. You're not gonna own a car. You're not gonna own a house. You're not gonna own your children. You really, well, right now you don't own your children. You never did. But all these things, the elites have already planned, and you're seeing the plan come into fruition, right? The devise plan, a wicked plan on their beds. Let's see if I can get that scripture in Psalms. I don't remember where it is. I just decided to do a video since I was driving. Let's pull over on the side of the road. Let's see if we can find that. Is it Micah? There's also one in Psalms. It says here, Micah 2:1, woe to them that devise iniquity at work and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it. Oh yeah, this is the one I was looking for. Because it is in their power of their hands. So these people, they devise wicked plans on their beds, right? When they sleep, they don't go to sleep without thinking of how to bring your tribes down, right? They wake up and they put their plan into fruition. They put it into the ghost stages, so to speak, right? And this is what you're seeing. Yes, everyone's gonna be homeless. Everyone's gonna be suffering in the future, but this is all for you tribes to suffer more, man. Because at one point they're gonna blame you tribes for all the stuff that they're going through, especially when they see an uppity nigga in a better position than they are. They're gonna kill you niggas, man. They're gonna kill you Latinos. So those of you who like to go amongst Edom, right? Amongst Edom and act like you're better than the tribes. Oh, I'm over here in the suburbs. Guess what? When you're doing better than them and hard times hit, they're gonna come into your houses, man. Right? So all these things is planned. No one's safe. Okay? This is planned, and the plan is, you're seeing the plan take shape. Right? These elites, it says here on their beds. Also, this goes into their forums, their what do you call it again? G20 summits, right? This goes into their summits also, where they go and devise plans, right? This comes from them sleeping, them waking up, them devising a plan, going to have meetings and all that stuff, man, right? Also goes back to the angels, right? In Job, right? In a night, Slakia. In a night vision, right? Because this is all Yahweh Shemar Shai's plan at the end of the day. And it says here, Job 33 and 15, and it says, in the nights, in a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men. So guess who's doing this? This is all Yahweh Shemar Shai's plan, because he's the one that put these wicked devised plans into these elites' heads, into their hearts, so they can put it into fruition, so it can come to pass, man, right? In the form of prophecies, in slumbering upon the bed. Then he opened the ears of men, and this is all men, okay? And sealeth their instructions, or the instruction, that he may withdraw man from his purpose, right? And hide pride from man. He keepeth back his soul from the pit, and his life from perishing by the sword, right? So this is all the Lord's plan, right? If this is devised on their beds, in their hearts, and the angels are the one who instruct men at night. So this is all Yahweh Shemar Shai's plans, right? But we're seeing it played out right before our very eyes. And for you to own nothing and be happy, you'll see what that world's gonna be like, man. Right? You people always talk about you're free. In the coming future, you're gonna see that you're not free. These elites have have everything in control, right? Because the earth was giving into their hands, and they're really gonna show you people how they get down. Shalom.